What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of Soapbox. Glad to have you guys here with me this week talking about just more random toy news topics and action figures in general and just a little bit of pop culture. If it's your first time here, man, it's just a time on my channel where I just kind of talk from week to week, just kind of randomly talk about those different topics that I just told you about. Action figures, pop culture, and of course, G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe. We also usually have a hot topic, and it's typically based around action figures. And this week, it's about sales. During Black Friday, which is coming up, and just during the holiday season, we got about a month of seeing just good sales. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have after Christmas sales too, so they can try to dump and offload a lot of that product. So basically, hot topic is forget about ollies. 'Tis the season to pick up the shit that you didn't pick up in the year. Make sense? We'll make dollars. All right, let's get into community. And first on community, I would like to give two shout outs. I like to give a shout out, matter of fact three. And the third one, my man, I've been meaning to give you a shout out, man. You've been supporting, man. I meant to throw one of your pictures up, and I will. First of all, shout out to Hooded Cobra Commander. Cool thing about Hooded Cobra Commander's channel is it's not the latest, greatest shit, okay? It's educational. It doesn't matter. If you want to know about Zartan 84, 83, whatever came out, you just go to that. Whether it's today or 5 years from now. You understand what I'm saying? And the same thing with classified, newer stuff. But he's not focused around. It's not a rat race with him. Oh, I got a new fig. Got to put it out. He's running the marathon. And that's what I like Nips, baby. Also, shout out to Jay's Fig, who gave me a shout out on Instagram. Appreciate you, fam. I do this for the one guy who's thinking and moving like me, or that I can help out, or put an idea in your head like, oh shit, I forgot about that. And he bought that Marauders barbecue. I'm not pressing anybody to buy that Marauders barbecue. This is just what I was thinking. Like, I know somebody else thinking like I forget about him from time to time. But I've got that taken care of though, because of course last week I told you I got Marauders barbecue, and I just picked up one for $17 on the Amazon sale, which we'll talk about later on. So shout out to Jay's Figs, man. Last but not least, Mr. Roper. Man, I've been trying to feature you on G.I. Joe, but just lately it hasn't been a picture heavy G.I. Joe, man. But shout out to you, salute to you, King. I appreciate you, man, and you coming up with your photos too, man. You coming up with them. I'm liking the scenes. Got this one right here with Storm Shadow hanging on the cliff. I thought I took a picture of that one with the eels, but I'm gonna do it for you. Look at the motherfucking eels. I haven't done anything in hip hop lately, but we're gonna have a few little hip hop bites now. Andre 3000 last Friday came out with his first solo album. If you don't know, Andre 3000 is from Outkast, Atlanta group. And people have been waiting on a solo album for him for over almost 2 decades. And he did come out with a solo album. And it's him playing the flute, and he's not rapping at all. Which I think is beautiful, man. Andre 3000 is like that. When you want to go right, he'll go left. When you go left, he goes right. When you go left and right, he'll go right up the middle. He's always trying to go away from the crowd. And that's what made him a great MC. That's what put him in a different frame of MCs. Even in the 90s, when people wearing baggy jeans, Tim boots, jerseys, and all that, he would wear stuff like that, but then he would come out on stage in some totally different shit, like dressed up like Jimi Hendrix. I remember he used to wear big furry pants with snow boots, had his hair permed in a bob. He was just always different. Classic for wearing the turban. He was an innovator. That's an innovator. That's a style creator. That's hip hop. He's not a biter. And for him to play the flute, man, God bless you, my brother. He's done with hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? Not done with hip-hop, you always love it. I know he rhymes in his head every day, but the physical act of getting up and trying to run an album promotion, I don't see him doing that. He doesn't give a shit. He's solidified himself. That Outkast run in the 90s, early 2000s was something phenomenal. And just like on this picture right here, with his naughty head, with lint in it, at the 94-95 Source Awards, when the East Coast and West Coast, New York and LA, was bragging about how they got this and that, he said the South got something to say, and we ain't let the game go since. Piggybacking on Outkast, Super 7. You can hate or love Super 7, but they get into stuff that only truly hip-hop heads can love. They giving stuff that they do stuff that makes me proud. Old Dirty Bastard figure, Biggie Smalls figure. They got the Ghostface reaction. And I guess they're coming out with Outkast reaction for one of my favorite covers, which is toyetic within itself, because AT Aliens had a comic book cover where they on the cover like this, fight like they about to brace. Andre is wearing the turban, like how I said. Big Boy is dressed like himself, you know, I think Letterman jacket, baseball hat on, but that album is one of my favorite albums. It's so iconic, man. And them to come out reaction figures, awesome. Kudos to Super 7. Give it up to them, man, because I don't know why they be trying, people be throwing backlash at them too, but you gotta understand Super 7. It's almost like Wesley Snipes and White Man Can't Jump. See, you listening to Jimmy, but you don't hear Jimmy. See, you looking at Super 7, but you don't see Super 7, what they doing here. Kudos to them. Once again, let's give it up for Super 7. Once again, digging deep into a culture that sometimes nobody really cares about. One Love Boomer. If you know, you know. That's DMX reaction figure. DMX, once again, another perfect person that becoming an action figure. And who else would do a jailhouse tattoo on an action figure besides Super 7? One Love Boomer, baby! Ooh, this was a good one right here. Ruckus Records from the late 90s. Backpacking hip hop at its finest. True MCs. Put off some legends that's still doing the same thing they do today. True rhymers. And it says, what y'all know about Ruckus Records? That company flow LP. And they for like 2 years, from like 98 to 2000, maybe 97 to 2000, maybe 96 to 2000. But Ruckus is in that sweet spot for me because it's around the time when I was in high school. 98 to 2001, 2002. And they put out some great albums. The Sound Bombing. And then it mixed and matched a lot of people too. DJ Muggs with RZA here, and maybe have a Shaheen track here. Then you got Mos Def. Then you got Pharoah Monch, who's also an action figure collector, which I wouldn't have known unless Parallel Universe brought that to the light. He's a huge action figure collector, and that's dope, man. That's dope. This superhero shit kind of, this sonority kind of goes in with hip hop, man. Because in the late 90s, they were almost like on superhero status, man. And I'm trying to figure out which is one of my Big L. The Big L. That's the album that I listen to mostly on here. Because I ain't gonna front, I never copped the full album. Maybe that Mos Def. But Ruckus Records is just a great company, man, and you'll never see hip hop like that again. This Ruckus almost takes it back to the graffiti, the breakdancing, which you don't see no more. Now it's all about toting the latest gun, and you know that ain't hitting on shit. You ain't gonna do nothing but die. Yeah, so many great acts: Talib Kweli, High Tech. Like I said, Mos Def, Pharoah Monch, Big L album, the Lyricist Lounge. They even had a show. That was like a little troupe, little group and stuff, man. Where you can go shop and hone your skills, man. So shout out to Ruckus Records. Shout out to Loud Records. Last but not least, I thought this was funny right here. This says, "Hey Logan, smell that." And that's Cyclops. He took the two fingers that he used the beam with. That's Gene. And Logan's chasing him, man. I thought that was pretty dope, man. And Cyclops could do that because I'm pretty sure he's hitting that all the time. And Wolverine just in his room looking at that picture with one hand under the cover. Oh, Logan, what have you done? The picture from X-Men, the animated series group, and it says Avalanche is a way underrated mutant. He should be Omega level. And I believe in the comments somebody said eventually he did tap into Omega level, and Omega level is the maximum amount that a mutant can handle. And the reason why I say Avalanche, because he can cause earthquakes. Earthquakes is a catastrophic thing, no matter if they're 1 scale or what, 10 on the Richter scale or whatnot, man. It's always a catastrophic thing, and it makes sense. It makes sense. And I'm also hunting for that Avalanche on Amazon too. I think he's $17 now on the card back. I want him a little bit cheaper though. And also, man, like Super 7, man. This must be a saturated Super 7 episode. I really can't help it. It is what it is. But they have the rapper Mike, which is a slight twist from the Turtles that did back in the day as far as dealing with music. And this is pretty cool. I'm probably gonna get him. I like it. He comes with tons of accessories. Got a gold chain. Has the microphone nunchucks. Boombox, flip it on the other side. You got the turntables. Kind of remind me of that Tone Loc video when the man had the turntables on his neck, which you could never ever fucking do that in your life. But it was cool. It has headphones. I was watching Articulated Comic Book Art podcast the other day, and they noticed that in the pictures, the hat is kind of flipped around. like in my first picture I show you the hat is to the side, then you go to this picture, it's to the back. So I wonder if it's removable or is it on a swivel. Hopefully it's just removable. You can cap it on and off any way you want. But he got shades on, got the tank top on. Looks like he got the early 90s biker shorts type shit going on, and looks pretty cool, man. Like I said, I rock with Super 7, man. And I understand if you don't like it. I don't care. I'm not here to ever convince anybody to do anything. But I rock with them, and I damn sure rock with this rapper Mike. Okay, truly the last but not least, shout out to my older brother Dale J. Slaughter, Dale Jeffrey Slaughter. Appreciate you, fam. He watched one of my videos last week and commented, man. That just made me feel good. I'm like, oh man, my big bro watched my video, and his last name is really Slaughter. We got different fathers, and his dad was actually a sergeant in the military, so he was Sergeant Slaughter. So, quote unquote, guess what somebody's getting for Christmas? Courtesy of Ollie's. All right, now it's time for another episode of G.I. Joe. And this week on G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe. Just a few little tip taps there. Kind of will spill over into the hot topic and just the different things as far as sales wise. But once again, shout out to Hooded Cobra Commander, man. Facebook friended me, Instagram friended me, and like I said, I'm probably working with him throughout this year on a few things, man. So shout out to him. Great channel, Hooded Cobra Commander 788. If you haven't checked out that channel, please check it out. Very educational, very entertaining, and very fun, and very clean too. Not a lot of drama and bullshit, man. He's just strictly about the Joes and the toys, man, and that's the way it should be. But getting with him, he showed off this Zartan from the early 90s, and it's straight up early 90s. Pink, lime green, mohawk. But I think this could potentially be a rock star in the classified line. And do you guys think this will eventually come in the classified line? I think it will, because they're doing everything. They're doing freaking Glinda, that I'm pretty sure this Zartan with the mohawk will come along soon. I think that's pretty dope, man. I can't wait to see it if they do it. Also, I'm going to mention this, I think I mentioned this already, but Jay's Figs on Instagram said, shout out to the Savage Land, reminding me for getting that Marauders Barbecue, and also reminding anybody else who's out there, if you haven't got this Marauders Barbecue, pick it up. It's something that'll slip your mind. It's not like it's a hot commodity right now, and who knows, they might have a ton of these things, but I haven't seen a lot of these things on the pegs. Crazy part is it never goes on sale anywhere. On the pegs it don't. When it was at Target it didn't. When it was at GameStop it didn't. I ended up buying one that was weathered and used up. But oh yeah, I should have had mine from Amazon the middle day. I brought one on Amazon Friday for like 17 bucks on the Amazon sale. But guess what? It didn't last long. It was just like low light. It went back to $24.95. Maybe 24 hours later, man. So shout out to Jay's Figs, man. I'm glad I helped you reminded that. For guys who are real serious about classified like me, this stupid figure right here, you don't want to go back and pay $60 for him when you damn sure could have got him for a year straight or 2 years straight for 24 bucks or less, man. So shout out to the Mad Marauders Barbecue, man, which I'll be opening up mine today. Necro_216 on Instagram found the Python Patrol Trouble Bubble in his Target. I'm actually really feeling this Trouble Bubble. The icing on top is $10 cheaper than the regular one, $44. And you can get it cheaper because Target hands out deals. I got $12 stacked up on Target right now that can be used towards anything. So if I brought this figure for $44 with tax is $47, I got $12. I could potentially get this Trouble Bubble for $35, $34 out the door, and that's always cool. Other thing about it is, I think I'm gonna like this color scheme better than the regular one. I can't wait to see how this thing looks. The Trouble Bubble that I brought, the regular one, dope, nice quality feeling figure. The Trouble Bubble feels really good. The only problem I have with it is like the latch feels like it doesn't click down all the way. I don't know what that is. It's not something crazy or bothers me or floppy or anything like that. It's just a weird thing. It just doesn't sit flush and just click. It's like a micro of an eighth. But that's the only problem. Other than that, feels quality, the plastic feels good, the glass on it, the plastic that's supposed to be glass on it feels great on the Trouble Bubble, and I can't wait to see what this Target one is. Necro216 said they're fire, the figures look good. Same concept, just even with the figures, you get the 3 different heads, just different color scheme, and $10 cheaper. So shout out to Target for that. Also, I'm still a novice taking pictures, but this looks fucking beautiful right here. I love what I did with this picture right here. Like, if you wasn't like sure, that almost looks like real people, especially that Cobra Eel. That Cobra Eel under that dome with those eyes is the most fucking sinister thing I've ever seen in an action figure. Like, this thing really won my heart over. The Cobra Troopers really won my heart over. The Army Builders, man. I put up some posts last week saying Cobra has the most beautiful army builders you ever seen, man, and it is, man. And shout out to Classified, man. They're bringing these things to another level that you never thought of, man. And this picture captures that right here. Shout out to me, Savage. This was funny right here. This came from G.I. Joe Classified Community. It says, found these clothes at Ross. And that's awesome. It's an inside joke within an inside joke within itself, because everybody's looking for action figures at Ross, when normally you think of Ross, I think of fucking discounted polos, which was great. You know, a polo store at $80, you can go in Ross and get that bitch for $25, and that's really what we mostly go looking for. But now everybody's looking for the Viper 3-pack and the Duke Ram Cycle and whatever figures they have at Ross, which sometimes totes the same figures that Ollie's has. I think I missed this in the Hot Topic, but I missed that on that Steel Core, man. They were $39, and that's the right price for me, because that is totally worth it. I'll still pay the $54 for them, because so much what you get with them. I don't care about the two figures. I don't think they look bad. I'm not crazy over Steel Core or Steel Brigade from Valaverse or any of that shit, to be honest with you. I really don't care. I actually think the Valaverse ones look better. But what you get with these, the two rocket packs, the blast effects, the two helmets, it's so much diversity with this set, and I'm mad I missed out on $39.95. But it's still not Black Friday yet. This was just Amazon's pre-Black Friday sale, because they're back at $54 now. But I missed out on this. Shout out to Lyle's Figure Files again, man, for putting people up on game. And you make sure you use his affiliate code, man. That's a good brother right there, man. Shout out to you, Lyles, man. Okay, right now is two pictures that's finna come from two people. Like, when I say, ooh, that's a nice picture, and snap, and then I look up at the name, it's like, of course, it's Bubata Kerstad and Leanne Hobbs. Bubata with this dope ass fucking stalker picture. And you probably like, well, I've seen Bubata do the walk all the time, because that's one of his favorite poses, do the walk, but he does it so smoothly. But take a deep look inside of that ghillie suit, and you can just barely see Stalker's face in the bottom. See, that's portrait right there. That's photography, shall I say, right there. That is fucking awesome, man. He did a great job with that, when you just barely see his face. That's really some stalking type shit right there. Now let's flip to Leanne Hobbs. Once again, every time I capture a picture and look up, it's her name there. She has took the Chuckles body, put the Recondo head on it, and made freaking Magnum PI, man. Like, these two people, Bubata Kerstad and Leanne Hobbs, awesome. If you guys ever watch this channel, I don't know if you do, you might not, but hey, if you know some of these people, or you in contact with some of them, tell them I always give them props. They are some of the best photographers out there, and I don't really see them their name heavy up in the community like that, man. But two great artists, man, two great photographers, man, and salute from the Savage Land. Here's a guy from G.I. Joe Classified Community who says he's about to get crafty. And I don't know about you, but I also keep those black and white backgrounds from the new ones. And just great artistry, man. Just a great way to just boost up your packaging. I don't know if they're gonna do that once they get back to the clear, because now they have to cut costs and move it somewhere else. But just great. Even the side panels on the boxes, the way they line up, man, it's just awesome, man. So and the side panels are basically the pictures that you see on the black and white backgrounds that they're actually tied to in the box, man. But G.I. Joe Classified, G.I. Joe is king. G.I. Joe is emperor and ruler of all action figures, and don't you ever forget that. For now. But you got to put the crown and the belt on them boys. All right. Also, here's also a shout out to I believe this guy was in G.I. Joe Classified League, Adam Jones, and has all of the retro card backs. So shout out to the people who are collecting the numerical, and shout out to the ones who are really chasing the card backs, which is harder than collecting the numerical, which the numerical has like 110 plus figures. These card backs is like 10 figures, and it's so hard to get. Once you get them, it's so hard to get a decent one because of the floppy backs. if anything, these will probably be worth some money, because to find a straight decent one 20 years from now, I mean, the backs are paper thin. You don't have to do anything. They'll probably just start curling up from heat or cold. So shout out to my man here. This is awesome right here, man. I respect all the G.I. Joe classified collectors, no matter how you collect them. And last but not least, this picture right here that came from G.I. Joe Classified Elite, and it basically just states, "This is Cobra!" So this week on Hot Topic basically is 'tis the season to pick up the stuff that you didn't get throughout the year. All right, so let's just talk about the different companies and different big boxes that will basically be having Black Friday. Today is the 19th Sunday. Black Friday should be the 27th, which is Friday, or 26th, right? The day after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. I believe the third or last Thursday of the month, but it's coming up this week, so we got about a good 4 or 5 days. Some companies have already started early. I put up something last week where a guy on G.I. Joe Classified posted, which companies do you think will have the best Black Friday sales? And he had Entertainment Earth, he had, I believe, Walmart, Target. I believe he was more like physical store talking about. And I basically said Amazon. I think e-commerce will be the best way for Black Friday sales and actually going physically into a store. They're still going to have great deals physically going into the store, but on the internet, buying online will be your best option because you don't have to move and go anywhere. And if you got free shipping, that is king. And let's start with Amazon, the one I thought, which did already pop off last Friday with sales in G.I. Joe Classified. I'm mad, man. I'm mad because last week I had a lowlight in my cart for Hasbro Pulse. I took them out. Now I do have some orders that I'm getting from Hasbro Pulse, but I'm just going for the exclusives. I'm looking to get Snow Job, the Valkyries, and also Tripwire. And there's one more Hasbro store exclusive that I'm going after, that I'm going to get because it's just strictly to them. But I took Low Light out. I said, you know what? Let me chill out. I said, Black Friday's coming up. The holiday season is coming up. Maybe he'll come on a sale or something. And lo and behold, he did. But I missed him. I thought I ordered him. I had him in the cart. And shout outs to Lyle's Figure Files. He's great. He's great. Lyles is my man, y'all. That is like I dibble and dabble and watch other people's shows, but I just almost feel right at home when I watch him, man. Such a soothing guy to watch. But he alerted that Tripwire had came up on Amazon for sale for $17. Okay, so I had got two of them because I needed them in on car. So at two of them is about $35. What a great deal right now, because Tripwire just came out a month ago. This is not an Ollie situation here. This is just a Black Friday sale, and who knows if the waves that Tripwire's in, would they ever make it to Ollie? So don't get caught up on Ollies. I'm definitely prefer promoting Ollies and go get you your stuff that you need, but I'm also saying too, who knows how long this is going to last. I almost kind of laid it out that it could be ending around the 72, 73, 74 figures in the G.I. Joe Classified line, so I wouldn't play that dangerous game. Now between, what did I say, 41 and 71, you can, I almost, maybe though some of those will go to Ollie's, Ross or whatnot, but if they haven't, they've been going on sale anyway. But to get back to Lowlight, I missed out on him. They also had some other figures up here, which I got them up here. The Crimson Bat, which I've been waiting out for a year. That was $17. That's great to buy like 5 of them at $17. That's not bad. That you'll still be under $100 if you buy 5 Crimson Bats, which is usually a typical army build. Who else? Oh, Grunt was up there for $17. He's back at $24, but it's still some that are up there when I last looked at it. Coffee Cake Snake Eyes is $17. Nobody gives a shit about him. That's why he's still $17. Who else is up there? I said the Crimson Bat. The 2-pack, the Blue Ninjas are $31. And I'm gonna have different, I may not say all of them, but there's different stuff up there. And this is not even Black Friday yet. So Amazon is going ham. On the Marvel Legends side, what I'm personally looking for is to get Mojo finally, to get Avalanche finally, and these are retro card backs, And also, I'm looking for Blob, but he's not on sale yet. So there's some stuff on the Marvel Legends side, X-Men related, and maybe a little bit small Avengers, but I think I got all the Avengers I want. I'm not too sure. And then I kind of will be almost, not necessarily done with that line of Marvel Legends or anything like that, but I'll be satisfied. My main focus going into 2024 is G.I. Joe Classified. And G.I. Joe in general. Getting back into my O-rings and just doing different things of that nature. But Amazon has already jumped up on it. Now, when I was in church earlier, and I'd be looking at my phone in church, God forgive me, but he know what my heart is. I was looking at the Entertainment Earth sale. Entertainment Earth has a great sale going on where, what was I looking at up there? The Dark Troopers. Dark Trooper is the last great Black Series figure I think that has been made. I don't even understand why everybody's going crazy over all this other stuff. The shit is not hitting like that, man. That Dark Trooper is dope though, and that Dark Trooper will look if you had 20 of them. That is a great troop to army build. It's so jet black, it's so beautiful that 20 of those guys lined up with those red eyes, and it moves great. It will be awesome. But it's $12 on Entertainment Earth right now, and Entertainment Earth has a sale. If you buy one action figure, you get 50% off the second one. So I had, if you look right here, I got 9 in my cart, and it's under $100. It's $89. That Dark Trooper, which nobody should have paid $33 for, but if you did, I understand. It's a good figure if you really wanted it. But if you bought 10, that would have been $330. Let's just round it up to $350. So you mean I can get the same thing now a year later, because the Dark Trooper was on my top 20 of last year, 2022. The same Trooper a year later that I was going to pay 3 times more for, I can get now. So I would check out Entertainment Earth. Also, Big Bad Toy Store has their sale going with the Super 7 and then just other various things. And it's not even to Black Friday yet. Let's look out for Walmart. I'm waiting to see what GameStop is going to do, because I'm strictly looking for Joes. This is what I'm doing. You call me the cleanup man right now. I'm looking for fucking Joes, man. I'm coming through. I'm trying to clean up everybody who I ain't get. Because right now on Entertainment Earth, I'm looking at Copperhead. I haven't got him yet. I'm looking at regular Bazooka. I haven't got him yet. So if I buy my one and my mint on card, that means I get my mint on card or my loose for $12. And I need to hop on this shit, but y'all jump on it, flood it, because there's not a lot on Entertainment Earth. It has to be in stock also, which is still great. There's also maybe some other action figures you're looking at, but that one buy one and get 50% off on in stock, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's cleanup season. It's cleanup time, basically, man. Let's clean it up, man. Get everything that you could not get, because I tell you this, I've been a big advocate of the clearance, and it's cool. It's not our fault everything is on clearance. It's their fault, really. So let's clean it on up. But I was saying about the next year or so, it might not be luxurious. It might be people scrambling around trying to get stuff. Stuff selling out, man. So check out Entertainment Earth. They got some great stuff going on. Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon. And I haven't seen who else is next, but I'm pretty sure GameStop is going to have something. If you're a pro member, I'm a pro member. They raised the right price on that, $25, but they knew it. They hustle. They move things around. I wasn't going to buy that. I'm sorry. I just wasn't, man. But when I came in there about 2 weeks ago, they had some promotion where it's $10 off, and now it's back to the $15 technically. And you can use that $5 that day. So that's worth it, because one Joe a month at $5 off, and then I get their 5%. That means I'm paying about $21 for Joes with tax included out the door, because their Joes are 24 in there. So I think it's worth it to get the pro member, but I'm wondering what the Black Friday sales is going to be on that, man. Who else? Walmart, Target, of course. You know they're gonna have their sales. Walmart's at the bottom of the barrel. I haven't seen a good clearance from Walmart in 2 years. So hopefully that'll come around. Hopefully Night Force will be around by the time Christmas comes, man. So forget about Ollie's. Forget about Ollie's. Clear that out your mind. Give Ollie's a break. Let them stock their shit up. Let's clear out all these other stores and get the stuff that we missed out. So when it comes time to come back to January and February, ain't nobody really got shit from Ollie's. Time to go shopping again. Let's see what they got. Okay, let's get that Ollie's out of my mind. Stop chasing that. Stop driving 50 miles out of town if you don't have one. Because there's gonna be sales all around you. There's gonna be sales right on your couch that you can look at the phone and go, ooh, I didn't have this. Boom. So that is the story right there, man. That is the hot topic. Forget about Ollie's. 'tis the season to pick up the stuff that you did not receive throughout the year. And like I said last week with Amazon, I thought it would be Amazon leading the pack, and they did. They jumped out first. They jumped out before Black Friday, and pretty much got their sales up and rolling. And it's going to be a lot of great sales coming throughout this week and on Friday, and then throughout the month. So, happy hunting, everybody. Happy hunting, happy buying, and happy Thanksgiving. This is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures, especially G.I. Joe Classified. We do this for the love of Black Friday sales, clearance out action figures, and everybody picking up the figures that they haven't gotten the past year, taking advantage of the sales that have gone on for the past month. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to, hit me up on my Instagram at Geppetto910. Communicate with me. I'm trying to get into communicate. I usually use that to converse with people outside of the channel, or just to share some information, or just look at some pictures, man. It is what it is. And then with that being said, into the next soapbox. God bless.